Hi, I'm imWhiskerZ, back with Soulstone Survivors, and today I'm actually bringing you the completed build. And I'm gonna take it into Overload 2 just to showcase it and, well, hopefully not die immediately out of and embarrass myself. And there it goes. So the general idea of this build, it's only ice skills, that's one thing. Only ice skills, only apply, only slowness and a lot of it. So I have the freezing blow to convert all the slowness into paralysis. Which, well, paralysis, instead of slowing enemies, it actually increases the damage they take. So imagine 1000 stack of slow, which is easy to get, into 1000 stacks of paralysis is 10x the damage. Just there. Just from this one cast of this one ability. And, well, that's a lot of damage. I can tell you that. Area, yes, thank you. Now to complement that, I have the Blizzard, which does a lot of damage. Well, it is Blizzard after all. And it stacks a lot of slowness. Because it ticks many times. Obviously damage for the Frozen Warhammer. Now, why is that good? It applies well. It does apply many stacks, alright. We have the Frostbolt. Yes. It does damage, it only applies 1 stack and it's just 1 projectile, but it has little to no cooldown. And it pierces through every single enemy. So yeah, it is actually a very high damage skill, not gonna lie. And another thing, Ice Vortex. It has a massive area, you can't really see because I had to reduce the opacity to actually see something. Area damage, damage within blow, this and that and this and that. But it also stacks slowness. But then it explodes, dealing damage based on the amount of stacks of slowness and paralysis on the enemy. Of which there are thousands. Let's see. Oh, 67 damage per stack of slow paralysis. So, on an enemy with 1000 stack of slowness plus paralysis, it's a 67,000 base damage. Base damage. So, you need to think of crits and critical damage on top of that. That's quite a number in the end. More damage, more fragility, more magnet, more multicast, whatever. Next up, we have the Frozen Warhammer, which does even more extra damage per stack of slow and paralysis. Look at that, 71, 79, haha. And unlike the Ice Vortex, it actually hits in front of you. Of course, the obvious downside, it does start with a very small area. So you have to alleviate that, you have to make it nice and large. But when you actually get it large, oh boy, it covers the entire screen eventually. And, well, provided enemies have a bunch of slowness stacks on them, they're gonna be slapped into the afterlife. More fragility, more speed, more defense, more everything. And of course, last but not least, the Avalanche. Fires 25 snowballs, that's per cast, in an area. That's 25 stacks of slowness. Plus 25 chances to apply Touch of Ice, and yes, I do have Touch of Ice, so every single one of my abilities apply slowness and have a chance to apply slowness. Yes. Ow. So the only thing that's danger to this ability is, well, my lack of ability to dodge the enemies. Because, as you see here, I have ran out of revives, which is very unfortunate. More health, I think. I think my best bet here is to run in a direction and not change direction, because that'll lose me movement speed. And I want to be moving non-stop. Don't touch that, don't touch that. These guys are dying, very good. Ah, and you, and you. Alright, now once you stack up enough slowness, the thing just dies. No matter what it is, really. Multicast. And of course, the other obvious upside for this kind of build, you have all the ice skills, and they're all mostly the same type. So you get a lot of this kind of rune, which applies to the skill type, and where is it? This one. And of course, whenever you get the ice kind of skill type rune, or is it? No, it's a skill card, it's not a rune. Oh, and there I go. Okay, whatever. Now it's a good time to actually show what I have for the runes. And yeah, the Frozen Hammer, 250 million, easy damage. So I have the Executioner. More damage per type of effect. This is simply there to counteract the Purity negative. Multicast for, well, high chance of multicast, because if this thing, the Frozen Hammer multicast, well, things just die much faster. You have the Focus Fire, yes, minus the area 20%, but increases damage. This is very important for the very early game, because at the start you really do lack damage after all. You have the Generalist. More damage per every different skill type you currently have active. It's basically these ones. So you see Ice, Blast, Area, Frontal, Magical. This is Lastly on top of that. This is Missile on top of that, and Physical on top of that. This is a Slam on top of that, and Bomb on top of that. So these guys together, these guys, with these skills, the rune provides about 50% extra damage. This is just flat plus 50% at the start, but of course it is being reduced by 50% for each negative effect you cause, when I do cause a lot of effects. But to offset the negative on the Purity, you just take the Executioner. That is all there is to it. So Focus Fire together with the Purity give you almost double damage from the very start, absolutely for free. Now, of course, another thing that you can take, you can replace Executioner with Critical Mastery, because in the end you do end up getting Desperation, and these kind of synergies. And what is the synergy that I'm talking about? Something that applies this. There it is. Impending Doom. Every time you apply Stack of Doom, there's a high chance to apply Dazed, which increases your critical chance. Or rather, increases the critical chance of the target, well, to receive critical. Now, of course, this is important with the Critical Mastery, because Critical Mastery not only takes your critical chance, but also the critical chance from Dazed on the enemy and applies it to critical damage modifier. So not only you'll have 100% crit every single time, but the critical damage will be absolutely through the roof. And that's the build. Do you like the build? Do you not like the build? I don't know, tell me something. See ya.